Okay, let's start. Welcome, everybody. Glad to see all of you, almost all of you. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night in some cases. I would like to share the screen if that's allowed by Kasun and others. Let me see. This one. There's no, something is happening. Okay, you can see my screen?
Yes, Prof.
Okay. Welcome again. So this is the Multisensory Augmented Reality workshop at Interact 2021. You see some of the organizers over here, Kasun, Manjusi, Thilina, myself, Dhaval, I don't think he is here, I didn't see him, and Nimesha is also here. This is our program, just go through it very quickly. We have the welcome, then we have the keynote speech by Nimesha Ranasinghe. We start with the presentation of the position papers at 50 minutes past 10. By the way, everyone has 15 minutes and they're about 50 minutes, and there are a few minutes, 5 minutes at most, for question and answering. You can use the chat window, of course. So if you have questions, well, we can do it live, but also it's useful to have the questions in the chat window. So in case of bad connections, everybody can read also the questions. We have a break at 50 minutes past 11, 15 minutes for that. Then we have the second session on position papers. We probably have some demonstrations. We will go with the demonstrations until 12:30. Then we have a lunch break of 1 hour. I'm sorry, it's not a really Italian lunch that we can offer. That would have been very nice, but okay, we have to do it this way. We continue with the demonstrations after the lunch. We have a brainstorming session. And maybe it's useful to think already during the position paper talks, during the invited talk, and during the demonstrations, to think about certain topics that you would like to enter the brainstorm session discussions. So at this moment, well, I think the organizers have prepared some topics, but it would be nice to hear topics from you and see what we can say about future research on multisensory augmented reality. I'm not sure how long that will last, so we organize it ourselves, so it's up to you, but we can go on until 3:30. And then Kasun and I will start a discussion on how to continue well, these kinds of meetings, these kinds of workshops, maybe some publication possibilities in journals or in research topics from the Frontiers Journal or from a Sri Lanka journal, things like that. Of course, your ideas about that will be appreciated very much. And then we will stop. And maybe we see each other again during the Interact meeting. I'm very happy to be here and to have this co-organized together with people from Sri Lanka, people from the University of Maine, and people from Australia. working in this area of multisensory augmented reality. If you look at augmented reality in general, then of course it's very much vision oriented. And I think that one of the topics, well, during the talks, but also during the brainstorming session, should be, well, what is really the difference? What are the main differences between vision-oriented augmented reality and multisensory augmented reality? Of course, usually we say that vision is our most dominant sense, and therefore it is maybe more important than the other senses. I'm not sure whether I agree with such a view. So this is one of the things that we can discuss, that we will discuss. Another thing is that for vision, for vision-oriented augmented reality, we have lots of devices. We have lots of companies that are offering commercial devices, the head-mounted devices, the optical see-through or the vision see-through devices that come from the area of virtual reality. Maybe we will have Google Glass or other companies' glasses in the future, or we will even go to augmented reality contact lenses. That's a rather clear direction in vision-oriented augmented reality, the development of devices. That is not true, I think, for multisensory augmented reality, for the other devices, maybe with the exception of audio. We have audio devices, so you can block out certain sounds, and you can introduce and manipulate new sounds for the user of audio augmented reality. But it's certainly not true, I think, but maybe we hear about other ideas later. But I think it's certainly not true for the other senses like taste, touch, well, okay, data globes we have, and smell, of course. So it will be interesting to see a more systematic approach to multisensory augmented reality, an approach or approaches that can be compared with the approaches we see in vision-oriented augmented reality. So in fact, this is all from my side at this moment. I'm not sure, let me see, I can stop sharing my screen here. We still have a few minutes. If someone from the organizers wants to say something, he or she is welcome. And otherwise, I think we can already start with the introduction by Kasun of our invited speaker. Kasun, are you ready for it, or do you have something to add to what I just told everyone?
Yes, Prof. Anton, and hello everyone. Welcome you all to Multisensory Augmented Real 2021 workshop. On behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to thank you for participating this workshop, and we can see there are about 30 participants now, so which is a very good number for this kind of event. I think we can, since it is almost, only we have 5 minutes, so we can go for the keynote speech.